Hi, so I'm with Marc, one of the developers behind our brand new project in Lytham St Anne's. Marc, I wondered if you could just talk us through exactly how the model works in terms of your buying process and the clients. I know we've done, this will be our third project
third transaction, yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it'd be quite useful for them to understand the frameworks behind it.
So the reason we're able to produce a product that we produce at the price that we produce it, our structure is such that our investors will buy with us as a group.
Yeah.
They will receive their interest in their lease on day one. They will buy their flat on day one, and quite simply we will retain the property that we need to oversee the transaction, set up statutory services. I get to all the exciting work, obviously, and Neil gets what he needs to carry out the building works. And it works in such a way that we save money in our funding. The clients get a completed contract straight away, rather than having to wait for 12 months on a building that is nowhere near complete and have all of that anxiety. On day one, our investors will receive their flat. They're welcome to come and have a look at their flat, and they own their flat, and we just retain the bones of the structure and what we need to provide the product that we provide at the price that we provide it.
Yeah, and I think especially in the last living project that you had, that phased payment plan worked really well, didn't it? And it was popular with clients.
It was popular. We sold out within 24 hours.
It was quick.
Yeah, which is the second time you've done that. So we're looking forward to you doing that again for us. And the clients have been amazing. They've engaged with us. They are welcome to have input in the product, but the specification, I mean, it is at a level where we found most people are very happy. They've changed a few of the kitchens, a few of the worktops, but generally they've been glad to be involved, but in reality they've been pretty happy with what we've proposed.
Absolutely brilliant. Well, thanks very much, Marc.
Cheers. Thanks, Mike.
Neil, thanks for joining us. I thought if you could just start by talking a bit about why you've chosen Lytham St Anne's as a location first and foremost.
Okay, I mean, I think especially on projects, we've been involved in this business for probably maybe it's 15 years, Marc and I. We've worked up and down the country. We specialise a lot in the North East is an area that we have looked at. And we found ourselves coming back down towards this sort of Foul Coast, where we sort of saw an opportunity for the holiday lets and the short-term let business. We spoke to you guys when we first did a project up in Settle, and we asked you where you thought upcoming areas, you know, we should look towards, and you pointed out towards the Foul Coast. So we came down here and looked around and thought, well, actually, it's got a bit of everything. It's got this, you know, particular areas very close to shops, there's the beach, with a mixture of short-term lets and holiday lets. So, and
I think as a seaside location, it's popular all year round, isn't it? Which you don't often get with seaside locations, but we know that from the interest we had in the previous project we had in Lytham St Anne's, the amount of people who had been, there's families here, you know, so there was a general interest there from it. I
mean, when we took the last project on, we weren't sure where we were going to be with it, etc. But fundamentally, I think both of us, or all of us, were very, very pleased on the reaction that we got. And when we went to market, how many people really wanted to get involved with this area. And I believe you sold the whole lot within a weekend or something, which is I'm not saying that's anything to do with you particularly, but fundamentally it shows the product was right, etc.
So what would your plan be then, Neil, with this particular building? What are you going to do with it?
Well, it's a different job for us really than the last one in Lytham. This is more of the studio flats here, and there are 6 studio flats, and there are 2 bedroom flats. We noticed that actually the smaller units tend to have a bit of an attraction, both, as I say, from a short-term let and also from a holiday let perspective. So we were looking at the sort of the lower end of the market, because we saw that there was an attraction there and there was a need and a want. And so with this building here, our intention would be to go through all the flats, as with the last building we did in Lytham, refurbish them all, new kitchens, new bathrooms, decorate throughout, heating systems, etc. And having had the experience in the last block in Lytham, we will blueprint those fixtures and fittings, which apparently have all been received very well.
And I was going to say, make it much easier. I'm guessing you use the same contractors, same every sort of the team behind it. makes it very much easier, doesn't it, to replicate that.
When we came here, one of the most important things when you're doing a job anywhere is actually having that infrastructure behind you.
Yeah.
So we've managed to build up a workforce and a team of builders, and they're all highly experienced, from electricians through to plumbers, through to decorators, through to brickies.
Yeah.
And we've basically been able to also to source out basically the fixtures and fittings at reduced levels, reduced prices, etc., which we've been able to then pass on that benefit through to your clients.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's been a very good point for us, that we can now produce a product which, one, your clients are happy with, and actually to reduce level because we've sourced out the products for your clients.
I think the great thing about working with you, we've worked on 3 projects I think now,
Yeah.
and you know very much our model is obviously short-term lets, and so you know the end product that we need, not only for investors but us as a management company.
Correct.
To get it to that level, and this will be no different.
100%, and that was something that we've taken the time to understand. And you say when we first met you, we had to understand the end result. It wasn't just about selling the product; it actually was the future.
Yeah.
And it was about having that product going into a short-term let and having an ongoing business further down the line.
Yeah.
So that's why we've chosen the location. That's why we've chosen the products.
Brilliant. All right, Neil, thanks very much anyway for showing us around.
Pleasure.